Welcome to the Ocean Community 50 Under 50 series, presented by the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. The road to success starts at Valenti family of auto dealerships, and visibility along the journey increases greatly with the help of 321 Media. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 50 Under 50 series with the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce. My name is Ben Barber from 321 Media, and today our recipient that we are getting to know a little bit more is TJ Faeth from the Stonington Como. TJ, welcome.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. I'm excited to get to know you. TJ is the athletic director at the Stonington Community Center, where he oversees all operations of athletic programming, including basketball, tennis, soccer, recreational camps. You manage the facility maintenance, staff fundraising, and athletic camps for all age groups, from children to adults. This says that your leadership has revitalized girls basketball in Stonington, growing the travel basketball team to 8 teams, 3 of which won championships this year. You also implemented the largest Her Time to Play program in the Northeast, serving 110 girls ages 7 to 14 at Stonington schools. And by the way, that, I believe, has really started to pay off because the high school girls killed it this year.
They did, yeah.
So that's incredible. You have a bachelor's of science in sports management and a master of science in sports management. You've worked for over a decade in the nonprofit sector and education. You've been a program director. You've coached various sports at the high school, middle school, prep school levels. Your passion for serving your community extends to your work with the Her Time to Play program and volunteering as a coach for the 7th and 8th grade girls basketball teams at the Stonington Como. Your dedication to athletics and community service reflect your commitment to fostering youth development and creating positive opportunities for athletes of all ages. And through that work, you've become a key figure in local sports and someone who continues to inspire others with your leadership and passion for helping others. TJ, that is why you have been selected as one of the 50 Under 50. How's it feel to hear all of those accomplishments read back to you? Great.
I mean, it's, it kind of shows the work we've been doing, and what I've been doing for a while now. It's great to have a platform like that, and to see the impact. And like you said, the high school team winning games. I mean, that's what we're looking to do.
Yeah.
And we're looking to have an impact, especially on the youth in the community. And it takes a whole village. It takes everyone to do it. And I'm happy I can play a role in that.
How long have you been with the Como?
So I'm on my 3rd year now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. What got you? I mean, have you always been interested in sports? Did you play basketball growing up?
Yeah. I was always an athlete growing up. Basketball, always my favorite sport. My dad was a basketball player, so just growing up watching him play and then getting into it as well. And then, I always kind of had a passion for coaching too. I started coaching rec basketball when I was in 9th grade. I volunteered to coach the 8th grade basketball team in 9th grade. And I loved coaching. I mean, I love to play too, but you can only play for so long. And being able to get back is fantastic. It's a great feeling.
Are you from Stonington originally?
No. So I grew up in the other side of the state. So I'm from Newtown, where I grew up mostly, and then Woodbury. And then I came to Stonington in 2022. It was a brand new place for me. I didn't really even know where Stonington was when I applied, and then when I came down here, I'm like, wow, this place is really nice.
Yeah.
And being able to live near the water. I mean, I live in Stonington. I live close by to the Como too, so it's great being in this community.
That's awesome. You have bachelor's and master's in sports science.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go to school?
So I did my bachelor's at University of Connecticut, so I was at UConn.
Okay.
And then
a little basketball school.
Little basketball school,
basketball school,
yes.
UConn.
So I did some work with the men's and women's basketball teams while I was up there too.
Oh, okay.
So kind of learning. I was there for Jim Cohen's last year too, so learning a little bit from when he was there. And then seeing the difference between him and Gino Auriemma too. Two different coaching styles.
Yeah.
Both fantastic coaches. And they get it done. And that I got to kind of see kind of like,
have they had success? I haven't heard about that.
Just a little bit, you know, we're just the basketball capital of the world, but you know, that's all it is. Yeah, so I did my undergrad was at UConn. I did my first 2 years at UConn Waterbury, and then I transferred up to UConn Storrs for my last 2 years.
Nice.
And then my master's was at Southern New Hampshire University.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and I did that during COVID, so it gave me another thing to do. I had always said I was going to go back for it, and then that was like the perfect opportunity. All right, every work shut down. Let's go back to school.
Yeah.
And I stuck with sports management just because it's something I was familiar with, and I knew that was a field I really wanted to be in, and I kind of just stuck with it.
So how did you end up in Stonington?
I was working at a school in Bloomfield, one of the correct high schools, I had been with the YMCAs before then, and I went to the school. I mean, I loved working there. I had a great job there. I was the student leadership coordinator, so I was running all of their student-led stuff like student government, peer mentoring, peer tutoring, stuff like that. And then I was coaching basketball, track, and cross country. And then when I saw the opening for Stonington Community Center athletic director, I said, "Oh, that seems like something I've done with the Y." That athletic director role was something I was looking to get into as well. As much as I love coaching, I wanted athletic director was kind of the next step for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that seems like a good thing." Look like they have some nice programs down there. And being able to have my own basketball court too there to run the programs I need to do. And I applied, came down, saw what they were looking for, and I was like, I think I can help with that. I think I got some stuff. Especially with her time to play, which is something I had ran with the Ys before in a much smaller scale. I was like, I think we have an opportunity here to really grow this program here. And then it kind of took off from there.
Talk to me about her time to play.
So that is an initiative from the Junior NBA. So it is for girls ages 7 to 14, and it aims to combine basketball with life lessons. So they talk about body image, social media smarts, nutrition, kind of the stuff that girls struggle with on a daily basis. We run it as a free program. We don't want to charge anyone for it. And we have sponsors come in. So the Connecticut Sun was one of our sponsors. So we partner with them. And I have a coach that comes in and teaches it. So we have all female coaches for it as well. And, it's really cool. It's an 8-week program. And we run it at the schools because we found it's easier for the girls just to stay after school than having to get on a bus and come on over to the Como and just the limited space we have. And so we ran it at Dean's Middle School, West Vine Elementary, and Stonington Middle School. And so when we first ran it, we kind of split it up between, we had the spring was the middle school and the fall was the elementary schools. And then this past year we ran it at all 3 schools at the same time. So it was a lot all at once, but being able to split it up between the schools was really nice. And I mean, the turnout we got with 110 girls was fantastic. And we saw that reflect into our travel and rec programs as well. So the Como doesn't run rec. We kind of help, get that started. But it's run through Human Services, and then travel is run through us. And we saw an increase in girls participating in both. And so the Her Time to Play program also tries to get girls to play. I mean, there's a shortage of girls playing basketball right now in the country. But now we're starting to see a little bit more attention to girls basketball with Caitlin Clark coming through. And now Juju Watkins at USC. As you're starting to see more on Paige Beckers, you're starting to see a little bit more with social media helping produce that. But people are starting to go to games now. And a lot of people don't realize Connecticut has their own WNBA team, especially in this area. It's right up the road from us.
It is.
And so we try to get girls to go to games as well. The Connecticut Sun's a great partner on that. They really want girls to come and have a good time.
Did you get a chance to see the finals for Stonington High School at Mohegan?
I wasn't able to go.
Yeah,
no.
that was I wasn't able to go either, but I watched it on I watched it on on YouTube for the CAIC, and it was so cool to see to see those girls out on our WNBA court.
Mm-hmm.
That was really awesome to see.
So Coach Solar so she's one of our big supporters of Her Time to Play as well.
Yeah.
And ever since I got here, she was part of like a basketball committee to kind of grow the sport in Stonington. She does a great job, and she's a great person too.
That's fantastic. I feel like girls basketball has really had its moment in this area. In the we cover sports for Stonington, Westerly, Charahoe, and
Hmm.
Prout, and all the three schools on this side that are the community schools, private, but Stonington, Westerly, and Charahoe. Charahoe had a down year this year because they went up a division and lost some girls. But I think Westerly had their best girls year ever in
Hmm.
basketball. Stonington, an incredible year, making it all the way to play at Mohegan in that tournament. The like you really feel like something special is happening in girls basketball in our community, in the
Hmm.
greater, the Ocean community,
Yeah.
in those schools that the Ocean Community Chamber, works in. All three of those schools and Prout um, have phenomenal girls basketball programs, and it's really becoming a focus. And I love to see it because
Hmm.
it wasn't that it was so much less. It was almost a diminished sport 20 years ago when I was in high school, and we had 1,000-point scorer on the girls' team at Charahoe, and it just didn't get anywhere near the attention as the boys.
Hmm.
But you are at the forefront of making sure that doesn't happen, and that
Yeah.
is incredible. And it's really it's a profound impact, and they're so fun to watch.
Hmm.
They're so fun to watch. And I loved calling the Stonington girls games this year. Um, what what has it meant to grow that program? To have 8 teams now in the youth leagues. Like, how does that feel as an athletic director?
It feels great. And it shows. I mean, we started, I think there was 5 teams when I got there. And it was really, I mean, we had some success on the boys side. We had a younger group that was really successful, and that's one of the championship teams this year. They were one of the top teams in the state, and they just kind of ran through everyone. And the girls programs, we have a solid 8th grade group, and good 7th grade group as well. And then there's kind of a drop off between 5th and 6th grade. We have a few girls here and there, and we try to keep them in it. And then we have a large 4th grade group, and then there's a huge 3rd grade group, which is growing up. So the future is bright in Stonington with girls basketball. We're starting to see all those girls starting to come out and play. But it was great. I mean, this year was so successful for us. I mean, all of our teams got better as the year went as well. Even, if they didn't have a lot of wins. I mean, we started to see the beginning of the year, they were getting blown out. End of the year, they were in games, they were winning games, and got to see kind of their growth, because that's part of it too, is especially in youth basketball, is the development piece of it.
Yeah.
Is our kids having fun, and are they learning the game too? And we have a dedicated group of parent volunteers that are coaching, that have done a great job of making it fun for the kids, that they want to come back every year, and then also that they're getting better every year too. At the Como, I'm blessed to have a lot of freedom to run as many programs as I need to. So I mean, we're running basketball year round, and right now we're in soccer and tennis season for us as well. But I'm still running basketball. I got basketball camp next week for vacation camp, so we've got some kids coming for that. And then I have the AI3 Basketball Skills Academy in the summer, which is a partnership with one of my friends growing up, Anthony Ireland, who's a professional player. So this is our 2nd year running that. We have more kids signed up this year than we had last year already. And that camp is cool. It's for boys and girls, and it's for ages 7 to 14. And we bring in former players. So Jordan Williams, who played at Maryland and was a draft pick of the New Jersey Nets back when they were in New Jersey.
Yep.
He's over in Norwich now, so he comes by and talks to the kids. And I try to bring in college coaches to come talk to them, so not just hearing stuff from me all the time, that they get different perspectives, and they can talk about their experiences and what they had to do, to get to the levels they were at. And it's not easy.
Yeah.
That not everyone makes it there. Anthony Ireland was a fantastic player. I met him when I was in 9th grade, and I was like, and I thought I was good at basketball. And then I played against him, and I was like, maybe I'm not. That's a basketball player right there. That's a guy that just understood how to do everything out there. So it's great to have experiences like that. And I'm fortunate to the Como for allowing me to kind of, Matt kind of supports, like, whatever you got to do, run it. Like, let's get the kids in the gym. Let's make sure that they're having a good time, and let's really grow it. So I'm really happy with that. And I've loved to see, I'm going to games this year at the Travel. I mean, you see kids, how when I saw them as 5th graders, now as 8th graders, they're completely different players, and they're it's great to see that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me about the other sports at the Como. You said tennis and
soccer.
Are happening right now. Soccer in the spring.
Soccer in the spring,
for youth soccer.
For youth soccer, yeah. So our soccer program, we have ages 3 and 4 program, and then a kindergarten to 2nd grade program. And it's interesting because soccer's huge in Stonington. We're very good. Soccer's probably our best sport in Stonington.
Yeah,
they have a huge focus on it. And there's a lot of great soccer programs in the town too. So the Como, I mean, we have field space, so I try to keep soccer going. And ages 3 and 4, it's interesting. It's a lot of our preschoolers, and they're funny out there. But they listen though, and they're another one too that you start to see their development going. I mean, ages 3 and 4, them just being on the field it's a win, and staying on the field. And then you start to see the kindergarten to 2nd, the kids that have stuck with it, and I'm telling you, there's some good soccer players, some kids that are going to be coming up you can already tell at that young age that are going to be really, really good athletes. So soccer is probably one of our smaller ones. I mean, we max out, 20 to 30 kids per class. And then tennis is huge. And again, tennis is also big in Stonington too. And the Como, with having 4 tennis courts, we try to get the kids on there as much as possible. So we run red ball and orange ball. And now we're starting to get more middle school and high school kids as well coming back to play.
And that was high school state champions this year, right?
Yep. Yeah, so another sport that Stonington is very good at.
Yeah.
And they have a very good coaching staff over at Stonington, and there's a lot of good trainers too in Stonington as well. I mean, we have Jerry Albrights, who's our racket pro. He was a professional tennis player, and he's given back to try to teach the high school and middle school kids too. So it's interesting to see him work with them, because he works with a lot of adults and then trying to work with the kids. I mean, these kids that come in, and they're usually pretty solid coming in, and he really gets them going, and he pushes them. And you start to see the work that they put in, and now they're at the high school level and they're doing very well.
Yeah, that's incredible. My nephew, he's 10 now. I remember a couple years ago playing soccer with him and our neighbor who was a young 8 or 9 year old who was in Stonington youth soccer, and I was amazed at how good they were for 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he was proudly wearing his Stonington soccer uniform, and it was a lot of fun. So that was I just remember how good they were, and being like, oh, I don't remember kids being this good when I was young. And they made me feel incredibly old at that time. What made you want to get into helping people? Like, why the passion for helping people? Is that something you've always had since you were little, or what spawned this desire to help foster the next generation and to help others?
I would say it's a lot with my family. I mean, my dad was a police officer, and he's always had a commitment to helping people. And my mom too. I'm just being a nice person, just being out there and trying to help people. And I come from a long line of people that were in the military or police as well. My grandfather was a police officer as well, and I think it comes from that. I mean, my parents kind of instilled me from a young age that help other people, and as you're having success, bring people with you, and try to help them get to where you're at as well. I mean, and her time to play, a lot of it too, with my interest in girls basketball, comes from my older sister. I saw kind of the struggle she had growing up as an athlete. And so her time to play was I was like, oh, wow, I wish my sister had this growing up. And it's kind of, and that's why it's such a great program, is I kind of get to see kind of like what people are going through. And I'm like, this can really help people. And I don't know, it's kind of just something I've always done. I mean, I had a great coach in high school as well. His name was Arlie Duff. He was actually my cross country coach. So cross country was my other sport. So I never thought I would like running until I came out to cross country, and I was like, I would hate running. And just the first practice with him, I mean, I was out of shape, and he brought me in, and I ended up getting offers to run in college. That's how good of a coach he was. He was just a great person too. Like, you know, a lot of coaches you see, like, if a kid's not a good athlete, they won't really put a lot of time. He put in the time with everyone. Doesn't matter if you were the best athlete or the worst athlete.
Right.
And that's kind of how I took a lot of my coaching pedigree from too, is from him. And that, you know, it's, you coach people hard, but make sure that they're okay as well. Like, he was the guy too that would ask, like, everything going well in school, all that stuff, and how's life at home and stuff like that too. So I think a lot came from that as well in my coaching philosophy too. Came a lot from him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. What do you like to do when you're not coaching? What do you like to do when you're not at work?
Hang out with family. I mean, it's been tough with me being over here. My family is about an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah.
But hang out with friends. I mean, in the summer, I mean, Stonington, there's so much to do, especially with the beach, and that's part of my job too, is managing Du Bois Beach as well. So I mean, I'm constantly walking down there. I mean, it's a mile walk from my house, and it's fun just to go down there and kind of see what's going on around the town as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I play a lot of basketball still, and going out for runs. I do a lot of work with Tunnel to Towers. So there's a couple different races in the state. I know there's one in Bethel, Bridgeport, and then I run in Boston as well for Tunnel to Towers as well. So usually training for that as well. And I'm always trying to think of new things to do with the Como too, for sports and programs we can run, and what's next for us.
Right. That's so cool. What has been your favorite part about living on this side of Connecticut?
I mean, I want to say it's the ocean, but I always tell people too, it's like living in paradise. I feel like Stonington in this area, there's a nice breeze at all times. It's never hot. It's always nice. I'm always talking about that nice breeze too. There's great food out here too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an eater. I'm half Italian. I love to eat. And just being able to get out there, and there's just so many great places.
What are some of your favorite restaurants in the area?
So
don't worry, you're not going to hurt anybody else's feelings.
I know. So there's a lot of them too.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are owned by our families at the Como too. I mean, Breakwater is definitely one of my favorites. Just the environment, but the food was unbelievable there as well. There's one in the Velvet Mill, Backdoor Kitchen. I know they have pizza there. They're fantastic. Red 36 is one of the top spots too. And then Oyster Club too. Fantastic food. But there's so many places around here though. It's kind of, I haven't even been to all the places yet, and I've lived here 3 years. There's just so many of them.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to do when you go back home?
Hang out with my parents' dogs. I love. I'm an animal lover. And being able to be with dogs. My dog's probably my favorite animal. I mean, going to the movies with my dad too. That's still one of the things we love to do. My sisters too. Just going out with them, just going out and having fun wherever we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of movies do you like to go see with your dad? Like,
so
you want to see comedies? You want to see like war movies? You going to see like Marvel? What do you go see with your dad?
We see a bit of everything. I mean, my dad's a big war buff.
Okay.
He loves the tough guy movies. So I grew up, watching, Chuck Norris and Steven Seagal, those kind of things.
Yeah.
A lot of war movies too. And I think, my dad is big on World War II. And he talks about, because his father was in World War II. And he talks about, the sacrifice a lot of these guys made for their country, for each other, and that brotherhood. So I would say we see a lot of war movies. We have a lot of things planned for that, but then we love the Marvel movies too.
Yeah.
Seeing the superhero stuff. Yeah, I would say most of the war movies though. Yeah.
I love it. Have you experienced any of the events in the area, like we have the duck race coming up, for example, for the chamber, the Virtue Art Festival, the festivals that are around town, the downtown shutdowns, the Mystic just had their parade. Like, what are some? Have you attended a lot of the events, or any of the events that you like? Is there anything that now 3 years into living over here that you look forward to every year when it's on the calendar?
No, I haven't gone to the events. I should, because again, there's so much
We got to
going
get you
on.
out. We got to get
There's
you
so
out.
much
Yeah.
going on. And it'd be great to see too. Yeah, I definitely got to start getting out more.
Got to get out more, TJ.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get you out. We'll get you out. I mean, I listen, when I'm not at work, I'm literally at home just hanging out with my girlfriend and my cat and not paying attention to anything. So I'm with you. But okay, what's next for you? You've come in, you've started to build these programs, you really extended the basketball programs at the Como. Like, what's on the horizon? What's on your to-do list?
I think, one of my big things for the Como is I want to build a new facility for us. I think there's an opportunity for a lot. We're kind of strapped down with what we have at the Como. We make the best of it. But I think, we're trying to grow. I mean, basketball still needs to grow. I think there's a huge opportunity there. Tennis is one of our big focuses right now. And trying to take advantage of our tennis courts, both in the adult and youth level as well. I think there's more we could be doing there. And we're starting to plan more stuff, more tournaments, socials and stuff like that, trying to get more of the community involved. I also am a volunteer coach for an AAU team called New Haven Heat that competes nationally. We send kids to college. That's one of our big things. So I probably in the next couple months, I'll be traveling a lot. We have to go to Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, all around the country pretty much. And we have some kids from Stonington playing for those teams now too. So I'll be busy with that on my weekends. My weekends are going to be, it's going to be a lot of getting out and traveling to different states. I was just in Boston this past weekend for a huge tournament, and I coach a 17U team, which is a high school juniors and seniors.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are at the Division I level too. So meeting with coaches and trying to find the right spot for a lot of these kids for them to succeed. The college basketball landscape is changing too with the NIL and trying to navigate that as well has been kind of a learning experience for me too. Trying to bring more of that over to here too, trying to get more of these kids involved in that as well. And that higher level of play. And we're starting to get there. We're starting to see a lot of these kids that are coming through our program now starting to go into those programs as well.
What would you say is the most rewarding part of your job?
I would say when you see a kid come back that was in the program and comes back and gives back to the youth of the program. I would say that feeling when you had an effect on someone and it inspires them to have an effect on someone else as well. That's kind of the best thing about it. I always say my job is a great job because it's just fun all the time. My job is to make other people have a good time. And that it makes me have a good time too. When we have 3 preschool classrooms and I'm always around those kids too. And even when they're not in my sports, just walking through the hallway and I'm just hearing Coach TJ just constantly being shouted, just joking around with them. And just the humor that some of these kids have is fantastic too. And just being able to just have fun all the time. That's one of the best things about my job.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you? And what was your reaction when you found out that you were selected as one of the 50 under 50?
I was surprised. Just because I feel like I do stuff just because, I feel like I'm supposed to do stuff. And I'm nice to people and I try to help people just because that's what I feel like I'm supposed to do. I don't do it for any kind of recognition. I really don't talk about myself a lot. So it's a great honor. I mean, especially some of the people I saw on that list, those that I know, I'm like, wow, I'm with those people. Interesting. It means a lot. And I kind of hope, with that, it brings more recognition to the stuff we've been doing at the Como, with me being a representative on that list as someone from there.
That's incredible. I love that you don't know who nominated you. And
Yeah.
you said before we started, like, that was kind of a mystery.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly, who did it either, but I
Mhm.
think it's incredibly well deserved.
Thank you.
And man, your bio is incredible. And you seem like such an amazing person. I think you were a perfect choice for 50 under 50, and I can't wait to continue to see what you do from here.
Yeah.
So I think that the Stonington community is better for having you in it, and I wish you continued success in everything that you do.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, I appreciate that.
thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for watching. This is anything you want to plug before we go?
No, just if you never been to the Como, come on by.
Yeah.
We're always looking for more people. We have a lot of stuff, great stuff going on there. And between youth and adult programs, we have a lot of great things: pottery, preschool, tennis, our paddle tennis as well. There's a lot happening, and I hope to see you guys at the Village Fair too in the summer. It's a great event for us, and I'll be out there in the heat, just getting through it.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. This has been 50 Under 50 with TJ Faeth, I almost said artistic director, the athletic director
Yeah.
at the Stonington Como. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thank you.